Chapter 5 Temperature. L- Take a torchlight and keep it stable at one place. Take two large paper sheets large enough to accommodate its entire beam. Paste the paper on two flat board. Hold the board perpendicular to the beam. Figure 5.1a. Draw the outline of the area lit by the beam. Name the paper A. Now use the other paper. Hold it in such a way that it makes the angle of 120 degree with the beam. Figure 5.1b. Draw the outline of the area occupied by the beam. Name the paper B. Observe both the paper A and B. Now tell, on which paper does the beam occupy a larger area? On which paper the area larger, smaller? On which paper is the area smaller? Point 3. Now change the angle between the beam of the light and the paper. Observe the changes that occur in the area occupied by the beam of light. Point 4. What is the relation between angle of the paper and the area occupied by the beam? Explanation. Sun rays coming towards the earth travel in straight line. However, as earth is spherical in shape, these are not perpendicular to all the part of the earth's surface. In some part they are perpendicular where other part they are slanting. Let us see what effect it has on the earth. The perpendicular rays occupy less area as in figure 5.1a. The part the part where the ray occupied lesser area receives sunshine and greater heat. Hence the surface there get heated more and the air become hotter. The slant ray occupy a larger area, figure 5.1b. In this area, sunlight appear less bright and there is less heat. Hence, surface area there get less heat and air too is less hot. Do it yourself. The region marked A in the figure 5.2 receives perpendicular heat while the region marked B receives slant rays and region marked C the rays are extremely slanting. Using a scale, measure the length of the lit up portion on the Earth's surface in A, B, and C region. Point 2. Measure the width of rays shown between the Earth and the Sun. Point 3. Consider the parallels of latitude marked in figure. Tell the region where the temperature will be high, moderate, or and low. Point 4. Discuss this in class and write the answer in your notebook. Explanation. Sun rays falling on the earth are straight and parallel to each other. However, we have seen that due to spherical shape of the earth and the resultant curvature of the earth, they occupy a larger or lesser area. This leads to unequal distribution of heat received from the sun, in resulting in decreasing temperature from equator to north and south poles. Both on the distribution of temperature. Based on the distribution of temperature, the earth can be divided into torrid temperature and frigid zone, or tropical temperature or and polar region. Try to understand from figure 2.4 and 5.3. Though latitude in the main factor, there are other factors which influence the distribution of temperature. However, their effects are limited to particular region. The factors are as follows: nearness to the sea, continentality, height, above the mean sea level and physical setup of the region are factors that lead to diversity in the climate of different region. Other than these factors like cloud cover, wind, vegetation cover, urbanization, industrialization, etc. also influence the local climate. Can you tell how will rays fall between 0 degree and 23 degree 30-minute north and south, 23 degree 30-minute and 66 degree 30-minute north and south, 66 degree 30-minute and 90 degree north and south? Use your brain power. Tell if the following statement is right or wrong. Give reason. In order to understand the climate of a region, the latitude extent is more useful than longitudinal extent. Let us perform experiment to see that there is difference in heating and cooling of land and water. Do it yourself. Take two pots of the same size and fill with water equally. At the sunshine, at the sunrise, keep one of pot inside the house and other one outside. See that it remains in the sun all time as shown in figure 5.4b. In the afternoon, walk barefoot on the floor inside the house and feel the temperature of the floor. Feel the temperature of water in the pot inside. Perform the same activity outside the house and get feel the temperature of land and water kept in the sun. Write down your observation about the temperature of land and water. Do this again around 7 in the evening. Around 7 in the evening. Note your observation again. Now you can remove the pots. Discuss all the observation you have noted in the class. Always remember, we normally think that the air gets heated due to sun's ray, but because of hot air, the land and the water get heated. But in reality, what happens is as follows. First, land and water get heated due to sun rays. Later, they radiate into atmosphere. The heat that they have observed, as a result, the layer of air close to the surface get heated. The heat get transformed vertically to the adjacent upper layer of the air. Hence, air closer to the surface is hotter, and as one move higher up from the surface, the temperature of the air decreases. The temperature near the sea level is higher and it decreases in the mountainous region. Explanation. You must have realized that land cools down earlier than water. The water kept outside the sun is still a little warm. Due to this difference in heating and cooling of land and water, the air over the land get heated faster and become cooler rapidly. The air over the water get heated slowly and also lose the heat in the slower manner. In the coastal area as compared to continental area, the temperature of air is lower during day but warmer at night. Contrary to this, the temperature of air in area is higher during daytime and lower at night. In the coastal area, because of heating of sea water, water vapor get mixed in the air. This water vapor holds the heat in the air. As a result, the air is in the coastal area remain moist and warm. Condition in the continental area content are opposite. Condition in the continental area are opposite. As water vapor is absent, the air remain dry. This lead to sharp difference in the day and night temperature. The difference in maximum and minimum temperature of the day is called diurnal range of temperature. In short, the difference in the day and night temperature is less in coastal area and more in continental area. For example, Mumbai temperature are even, but at Nagpur they are vary a lot. In coastal region of in the coastal region of Konkan, the range of temperature is less, Vidarbha, but in Vidarbha, the range of temperature is found to be higher. Therefore, coastal areas have equable climate, whereas in continental area, the climate is extreme. For example, the climate of Mumbai is equable, whereas in continental location like Nagpur, it is extreme. The difference in mean temperature of summer and winter is called annual range of temperature. Do you know effect of greenhouse gas? Some gases in the atmosphere like carbon dioxide and water vapor can hold the heat within themselves for a long period of time. Due to these gas, the temperature of the air in the atmosphere increases. The increasing portion of these gas in the atmosphere lead to climate changes. Climate scientists believe that this is the reason for increasing temperature of the earth. These changes in climate is global. This is called global rise in temperature. And the gas due to which the temperature increase is called greenhouse gas. Do it yourself. A pot with water is placed on a burner. Drop 4 5 small plastic button in it and observe their movement in the water. Explanation. Water expand in heat. The hotter water from the base move upward with it. The button too are pushed to the surface. The relatively cooler water in the upper portion moves downward, taking the button with it. This happens repeatedly. In other words, on heating, an upward current set in the water. In nature, the conditions are slightly different. Due to temperature difference, both the horizontal current develop in the ocean. Beside temperature difference, factor like wind and difference in density of water also gives rise to horizontal current. These ocean current flows from the equator to the pole region and from the polar region to the equator. See figure 5.6. When an ocean current flows from frigid to torrid zone, it reduces the temperature of the coast in the torrid zone. When the current flows from torrid zone to frigid zone, it increases the temperature of the coast in the frigid zone. Use your brain power. Observe the map. Name the coastal area that will experience changes in temperature. Give reason for this. Do you know the region where warm and cold current converges are favorable for the growth of planktons. Planktons are the food of fishes. Fish and other areas travel. Fish from other areas travel towards this area in large number. The breed they breed in warm water due to high concentration of fish population. Fisheries thrives well in this area. In map of the ocean current given in 5.6 locate such region. Find their name from the atlas or in the internet. Write down these names on the map. Geography Museum. There are number of methods of showing distribution on a map. One of these is isolines. Due to this method, the characteristic distribution of components stand out vividly. Isolines can be drawn using statistical information about natural factor. These lines are drawn on the map by joining all the points having the same value. The distribution of the region or global level can be shown using isolines of different factor like height, temperature, pressure, rainfall, etc. Make friend with map. Explanation. Consider the temperature of various places on the earth. Map of global distribution are prepared. Figure 5.7 is drawn with the help of isotherm. Isotherm are lines that connect place with same temperature after avoiding the effect of height. These lines generally appear parallel to the latitudes on a world map. Observe the isotherm of 25 degree Celsius in the map. These line occupies areas close to the equator. The shape of these line appear like an ellipse on the map. The north-south spread of this ellipse is greater on the continental as compared to ocean. The isotherm line occupies some part of the continent of South America, Africa, Asia, and Australia. A very limited portion of Pacific Ocean is occupied by this isotherm. You will find two isotherms with level of 0 degrees Celsius. Observe them. The 0 degree isotherm from the south hemisphere is largely straight and is parallel to the line of latitude. Comparatively, the lines of the same value in the northern hemisphere deviates north and south considerably. Considerably. In the west, in part of Pacific Ocean, it is fairly straight, but when it enters the continent of North America, it turns somewhat to the north. Then the line proceeds eastward. With a short distance after entering the Atlantic Ocean, it turns towards northeast. In this part, you will find all the isotherm lines turning towards northeast. This is because a warm ocean current is located in this area. Further, after entering Eurasia, while moving eastward, it turns somewhat to southeast. Still further in the Pacific Ocean, most of the isotherm line appear moving eastward as straight lines. The isotherm in the south hemisphere are fairly parallel to the latitudinal lines from South Pole to the Tropic of Capricorn. The distance between these lines are almost equal. As proportion of land in the south hemisphere is limited, temperature in these parts are largely influenced by latitudes. In the north hemisphere, the distance between these lines varies. In this hemisphere, the proportion of land is comparatively greater The effect these affect the distribution of temperature. These effects are seen in the form of variation in the distance between the isotherm and the curved nature of these lines. Can you tell? Answer the following with the help of figure 5.8. What is the tube of the thermometer fixed on? What substance is used in the thermometer tube? What do figure on the scale indicate? In which different unit is the temperature measured? What season does the temperature in the figure indicates? Thermometer. Different type of thermometer are used for measuring the temperature of the air. Mercury or alcohol is used in the temperature in the mercury and alcohol is used in the thermometer. The freezing point of mercury is minus 39 degrees Celsius, whereas the alcohol is minus 130 degrees Celsius. These materials are highly sensitive to temperature variation. Therefore, variation in temperature from minus 30 degrees Celsius to plus 55 degree Celsius can easily be observed with the help of these material. The unit of measuring temperature are degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit as shown in the figure. These are expressed as degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. The difference in daily temperature maximum to minimum can be observed with the help of thermometer. Air temperature is measured in Celsius. Use your brain power. Which season would be the best visiting the following place and why? Goa, Chithaldara, Chennai, Darjeeling, Ellora, Agra. Think a little. Will it be right if water or oil is used in the thermometer? Where is temperature of your district headquarters recorded? Can I do this? Identify the temperature zones. Tell the factor influencing temperature. Describe the local distribution of temperature with its characteristic. Describe the structure of thermometer. Handle and use a thermometer.